So today I will be talking about a culture experience that I experienced when I went to Mexico a few years ago. So for context, my household and my family, we split everything evenly. So the women in my family not only do inside housework, but we also do outside work, like doing the yard, doing stuff like that. And my dad also came into the kitchen and cooked. So whenever I went to Mexico, it was the complete opposite. The woman had to stay in the house and do every single chore while the men went out and worked. So my first culture experience that I went through was that the woman had to cook every single day. And this was something that I was not used to because at home, my parents took turns. And I was never really brought into the kitchen because they kind of took care of that. So for me to be in the kitchen every single day was a culture shock almost. Another thing was that the woman always had to wash everyone's clothing by hand because they didn't have a washing machine. So just imagine washing like 100 pieces a day by hand. That was super, super tiring also. There were also differences in what like my boy cousins and my girl cousins could do. For instance, my boy cousins could be out pretty late, and I'm not even talking about like midnight late. Like if it was 7 p.m. they could be out, but the girls had to be inside indoors by 7 o'clock because it didn't look good for a girl to be out in the street. And to me that came as a culture shock because back here in the States, I was able to go out, past 7 o'clock and hang out with my guy friends and, my girlfriends. But I could not do that in Mexico because it didn't look right. So those were a few things that were culturally shocking when I visited Mexico. And, I had to get used to it because that's what they know, and that's what is appropriate there.